Greetings everyone, I'm Stefan and these are the Stellaris 2.6.3 patch notes in a nutshell. Today we'll be exploring the most important changes and I'll be giving my comments on what has happened and the balance that is getting messed with this update. Anyways, let's start at the very top with an optional change. Crisis strength can be increased to ×10 or ×25. I'm all for this, and this is going to make endgame quite a bit more exciting if you have a ×25 crisis at your doorstep. Next, we got Common Ground and Hegemony leaders getting buffed, and so we actually have some room to expand into, which is nice, although as a balance change, it's completely necessary, and it makes a very strong Origin even stronger. Next, we got the Stellaris Warforged getting significantly nerfed. Before it used to give you a plus 50% to robot assembly speed as its active ability, and now it gives you 1,000 minerals for 5,000 alloys as a trade. Honestly, that is decent enough as a relic, and I see no problem with that. The Warforged used to be the most powerful relic by far, because it can find it really early and it gave you a massive boost. Like, if a Machine Empire got the Stellaris Warforged, game over, they win. But fortunately, this gives machines a little nerf, as well as the Flesh is Weak getting a little nerf as well. Flesh is Weak now gives a 10% bonus to assembly speed rather than a 33%, and I'm all for this. The bonuses given by the Synthetic Ascension Path are just so much better than the bonuses granted by other Ascension Paths, and now it's going to even things out a little bit. In addition to that nerf, roboticists now require 2 alloy upkeep instead of an 8, I think it was 8, mineral upkeep, and so that is significantly better. It does mean that they're using less minerals initially to produce robots, but since empires running a lot of machines have to now go through alloy foundries to produce alloys to convert into alloys to build robots, I'm all for this. It's going to make roboticism and machinery a lot more expensive and an actual choice. Because as of 2.6.2, you pretty much cannot play without robots and still be competitive. Moving on, we got a little change to trade leagues. These guys now have access to the wealth creation policy. Instead of getting the universal policy of 0.5 energy credits, 0.25 consumer goods, and unity, you now have an option of getting the single energy credits per trade value as well. So that is nice, and it's going to prevent some crashes to economies. Next, we got a little buff to the galactic market. Now you also get plus 10,000 to resource storage cap by choosing it, and I'm all for this. This is just a flat bonus to all different empires, so this is very, very nice. Moving on to the next portion of the update, we have stability and performance improvements. And what this does is pretty much fixes a bunch of out-of-sync issues, which I'm all for. I'm really glad the devs are trying to fix this issue because for the past little while, all I've been getting in the comments is, how do I prevent desync? By the way, even though this new system is going to be implemented, there are 3 tips on preventing desync. I'll go through them real quick. These 3 tips are to never do anything while the game is paused, to never, ever let someone join in because they will desync. Hopefully this will fix hot join desyncs, but as of right now, hot join desyncs will always happen. And thirdly, when you're unpausing the game, make sure to go to slowest speed first and then go up to fast from there. Even in the desync heavy 2.6.2, these 3 tips have helped me out a lot. Interestingly enough, this update also fixes species creating subspecies with their own subspecies. Yeah, I don't know why that was a problem and why anyone would have that problem, because obviously you should never be running Xeno compatibility anyway, but yeah, I'm glad this is a fix. Moving on with the update, we got a bit of a UI improvement, which is nice, but most importantly, we have a bunch of bug fixes. Yeah, there's a lot. So let's take a look at the most important ones. First of all, the 2 event Strikecraft, Amoeba Flagalia and Swarm Strikers, now got buffed and now actually compete with the Strikecraft currently in game. I checked the stats of those and I'll display both of them on screen, but realistically, Amoeba Flagalia is only better than tier 1 Strikecraft, and Scourge Strikers are actually the best thing in the game, so go for that if you ever get the Scourge. Next, we got the removal of all skill requirements for projects. There were still a few in the game, and now it doesn't matter what skill your scientist is. They're just going to be able to do it anyways, because they're scientists, and they're trained to do this their whole lives. Next, we got a little change to the Hegemon origin, because previously in 2.6.2, when you started the game on high difficulty, the AI would be so much stronger than you that it would just automatically overtake the hegemony, and it wouldn't be a lot of fun for you. So now it has been fixed, and now you have 20 years to potentially become more powerful, or to consolidate yourself in the hegemony in some other way. Next, we got a significant and well-deserved nerfed to the Shattered Ring origin because you can now no longer build megastructures in the same system as your ring. This actually includes habitats, so that thing that I'm doing in the weekend multi-streams, yeah, that thing is out the window and I would not be able to do that in 2.6.3. It also looks like Shoulders of Giants were fixed, and now you won't get a random dead end if you're trying to do the event chain. Next, we're going to get an update to job priorities when a planet changes hands, and I believe that's going to be particularly important when something like a machine empire conquers another empire, and suddenly they're producing consumer goods because, yeah, consumer goods are important in the old empire. We also got a little stop to favor abuse because previously in 2.6.2, you can just call in as many favors as you want for a resolution, but now you are capped at 10 favors, and now you cannot just spam an AI for favors and suddenly have infinite weight. And lastly, we got a fix to juggernauts. Now you only have to research battleships to try to get them instead of having to research titans. Now I'm pretty sure the reason why they fixed that is because titans are part of a DLC and battleships are obviously not, so this is going to open up juggernauts to a lot more people. But anyways, that about does it for today. I'll link the patch notes in the description in case you want to read the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure we've covered the most important bits, and 2.6.3 sounds like a pretty damn good update. A lot of bugs were fixed, out of sync was also hopefully fixed, and balance have been changed for the better. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.